our community, which is investor community. But today, this is a special webinar wherein we are presenting Franchise India opportunity for very, very few who are very passionate about consulting business, who are passionate to start a business which is wherein you help investors hand in hand to help them, to guide them, select a right business opportunity for them. So Franchise India is 26-year-old franchise solution company wherein we help one side investors, one side we are also helping businesses. Now, businesses which are at startup level, which are at the mid segment level, and also large corporates, which are Indian domestic companies and also international companies. So any international company who are looking for India as a market to enter, to expand their business through franchising. So Franchise India is the only platform for them. Any company which is Indian company want to go international, they want to open and expand in international locations. So Franchise India is the only platform for them. So as you have seen, there are a lot of advertisements going on through social media that we can increase your sales, we can do this, we can do marketing, we can do that, but there is none who would talk about I'll get you into business. So Franchise India is the platform. We just wanted to give you complete understanding what Franchise India is all about and what are we looking for from this webinar. So we are the only platform, rather we are world's largest franchise solution company, and we are the only platform which would talk about how to get you into business. So we are a specialist, how to start your own business specialist. So Franchise India, as I said, we are investor-centric company, and we are bringing in investments. We are also helping business, any investor who have taken any franchise earlier, we would also help to get exited out of that business. So we will help in exit. So we help to bring a new investor for any business or any franchise owner. Today, we have very, very successful franchise consultants vertical team, which is on pan-India, 97 cities. We have network who are day in, day out dealing with investors on one side and the brands and businesses also who are looking forward for entering into new markets. So that's the only way where in Franchise India, they can come with and join us. So today, why this is special? Special in the sense that when Franchise India is offering our own opportunity to become the partner with Franchise India, then it becomes very, very special for us. That's why today we have our leadership team also on the panel. I'll start from myself. So my name is Sanjay. I'm CEO Director of Franchise India Consultants Private Limited, which is a part of Franchise India Group, wherein we have experienced people who are professionals and join us as Franchise India consultants, as our partners in different cities. It is across nation. We have 97 cities, as I said, our network. So we handle that. So we support them. We support them day in, day out. That's we have regional heads also who are there in the panel, members who are there in these markets to help them, guide them, how this business can be done, and a lot of joint meetings, what they do. We have Rajveer, he is from Mumbai, and he takes care of our Mumbai location where we have got a lot of IFC partners who are working with us, and he is also helping them, guiding them. And Monica is from Chandigarh, and Varsha has joined us from Pune location. So Pune, we have also office. Chandigarh, we have also office, wherein our IFC partners are coming on to office. They are meeting, having a lot of meetings, joint meetings, and our team is further helping them. With us today, we have our Managing Director, Ms. Sonia Chaudhary, also joined us. She can give us a little more perspective on Franchise India journey, because as I said, it's 26 years. So it is very, very important for you that when we started, what we did, what are we into, and how we have started this brokerage advisory business and why it was required. And she'll help very, very closely with investors, because investors do not have any understanding. And today's time, after COVID time, which we have seen, as absolutely no connect, no understanding, no knowledge, and no experience, how we can select a right opportunity, even if if it is a 10 lakh rupees, 8 lakh rupees investment, but no knowledge. So it can go here and there. So there's a lot of risk which is involved. Why we have started this and why we are talking about we need more partners today who are regionally, locally going to help our investors, because there are a lot of professionals in today's time who are looking forward to start a new business side by side. They are maybe working somewhere, but they want to start a new business. So how we can help them? There are millions of NRIs in India. How to select a right ops? They have a lot of money. They want to invest, but how they can select? They have no geographically knowledge. They have no knowledge about the business models, which model is going to be fit for their market, where to invest. No knowledge. So who would help them? That's why Franchise India have run this program, very, very successful program, where it's a highly rewarding, but it is involving your time. So it is a return on involvement and return on intelligence. So it is a different ROI. In businesses, you must have, everybody has understood that there is a return on investment, but in our business, it is a return on involvement. So more you are involved, more rewarding it will be for you. So we'll also understand today what is look like in this complete industry, which is franchise industry, how it is growing, maybe next 10 years, how it is growing and what scale. What is today's time when we can see the franchise is, how big it is today, and then next 10 years. Franchise India also have a program which is G20 of franchising. So Franchise India is already in 9 countries, and we are also planning to go in 20 countries now. We are already having our IFC partner in Dubai. We have got Australia also. We have entered in 9 countries already, but the vision is very big. That's why we feel that India time has now come. So India, as it's a very, very large country, there are millions and millions of investors who are looking forward for investing. And if we have even 10,000 franchise consultants, 10,000 experts out there in the market, even though it is very, very difficult to service this industry. So this complete understanding, we'll get it from this webinar today. Plus, we'll also understand what is the opportunity as IFC. What is this program? What is the monetization program? How the growth is there in this? We will also run a presentation, few slides, which will give you a complete understanding how you can become our IFC partner and how you can grow this to next level. And then how you can also set up your earning potential and you can grow faster. And third, what we will be talking about is very, very important that we have Q&A box in this webinar. I would request that please use Q&A box during the presentation, during the webinar, because we do not have an option to raise your hand. So request, please use Q&A box. Ask us as many as questions. We will also ask you some questions in between. Use Q&A box only, and we will take your all queries here only. So thank you very much for joining in once again, and we will like to welcome once again, and I will also welcome our Managing Director, Ms. Sonia Chaudhary, to set up the perspective and do discuss about what Franchise India journey and what is this industry look like. So thank you very much, ma'am, to join in this webinar. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sanjay. And friends, a very good evening to all of you. And so we'll split the presentation broadly into 4 parts. One is to primarily understand the company Franchise India. And I personally feel any company that you want to join or any opportunity in your life that you want to become a part of, it's very important to understand the industry, how the industry has been performing and growing over the years, and the company, the opportunity, what they have done, what is their brand equity, and finally, how you can qualify to become a partner, and how you make money. What is the monetization model for becoming a channel partner with Franchise India? So if you see on this webinar, we have the entire leadership of Franchise India, which is present on the webinar. And that is because channel, which is independent franchise consultant, it forms a very crucial part of our day-to-day business. And it also takes a lot of our time share and also our mind share, right? So today, larger part of our spread today that you see, we are there in 97 cities across India. Larger number of cities are represented through my channel partners, right? So I'll start with giving a background of Franchise India. Friends, if you have any questions, you can ask these questions, and in order to make it more interactive, we'll also have some questions that we want to perhaps ask you and would want you to come out with answers, and we'll in fact read out your names and also your remarks that you put. So starting with Franchise India, friends, we have had a journey of more than 26 years. And at the group level, we are a fully integrated franchise company. And very humbly, I submit that we are the world's largest franchise development company and also the largest distribution company in the world. And over the years, and this did not come easy, over the years, we have worked and invested our time, our money, and also increased our knowledge base and learning to build up and evolve the capabilities at the group level so that as a company, we are able to add value to the entire franchise community. So the one big vision that we had and the one big reason I would say for us to get started was this spirit of entrepreneurship, which remains the core driver of our business. And that has been driving every stakeholder at our company ever since we started 2.5 decades back. And when I say entrepreneurship, we want to make entrepreneurship accessible to everyone. So the mission is a democratization of entrepreneurship. And since we are committed to entrepreneurship, we work with large spectrum of businesses on one side and also huge spectrum of investor. When I say big spectrum, both in terms of number of people or prospective buyers who come to our platform to research, evaluate the opportunities, but also different profiles, from a master franchise profile to a family business profile to some seasoned entrepreneurs, serial entrepreneurs, and also first-time business buyer. So we work across a very wide spectrum of businesses and investor profile. And as a company, we are well spread across India and also international markets, including UAE. We have IFC partners in UAE. We have US, UK, Malaysia, Singapore, Israel, Canada. All these countries has, our direct representation. And we want to be in the top 25 top consumption economies of the world. And that's what, our entire team is working. So in this year, the new year that starts in the next, I would say 16 days time. So the year 2024, Franchise India is also coming up with about 14 events in international events, where the first event is happening in Bangladesh, which we are planning for 20th of January. And the following month, which is February, we have Abu Dhabi. And like that, we're doing about 10 more events, which includes countries and cities like London. There's a show that is coming up with. Malaysia, we're doing another franchise show. And a lot of countries within, Middle East and GCC. So all these countries put together, almost every month starting January, we have one international show, which we are doing, right? So all these years, and as a company, we have strongly positioned ourselves as a company which has a big focus on franchising and also working with investors to take an informed decision of buying a business. So we call ourselves as an investor-centric and a franchise-focused company. And Franchise India is a trusted advisor. Right? So when I say trusted advisor to not only the investor group that we work very closely with, but to also the most influential business house in the country, right? And prospective business buyer community. And we've always understood, and there was always a big, I would say, latent need. When we talk about India, India has a big, it's called a shopkeeper nation. So which means that every home would have an aspiration of starting a business, doing a business, irrespective of the age. There was a time when people had some savings, they would invest some money, but we no longer have that situation today. A lot of people who are coming into business are people who are getting into business or entrepreneurship for the very first time. So a lot has changed in the last 25 years, which I would say I've been a witness to that. When we started our company, there was a very small quantum of people who used to come from non-business families, right? So for the non-business would mean that they've never done business. And we used to have a lot of people who used to have businesses. They were entrepreneurs running various family businesses or certain franchises, and they would come to us to take more businesses. But over these years, we have seen there's a big count or a percentage today that we serve is 60% of that comes from the first-time business buyer. And this number is only increasing over the years. So there was always a latent need. Everybody, I'm sure everybody in your home or somebody out there in everybody's home who's out here would have an aspiration at some point of time in their life to start a business. So since this was a very big purpose for our company on the lines and throughout, I would say, the years that we've been on this journey, we worked very, very consciously on the path to deepen our return to the community and also deepen our sustainable competitive advantage. And we felt that was very, very important because the last 26 years, we have not only had a 90% market share, but we were also able to sustain such a long period of time. Given the fact we had 2.5 years of COVID, but because of the brand equity the company Franchise India enjoys today, And the investment that we have made over these years, has made us where we are today. So primarily, Franchise India is a platform, which is a scale platform where we work with companies to help them grow and scale, depending on at what stage of their life cycle they are. Second, we are an investment platform where we work with investor community, business buyer community to help them advise on various business opportunities, from a franchise opportunity to a dealership to a distribution. And finally, we are an exit platform where companies who want to exit from their businesses, or even franchisees sometimes who want to perhaps transfer their businesses, they would come to Franchise India, and we work with them to transfer these businesses to other owners, right? So, and all this is what we do through our various 4 broad platforms. And these platforms are our media platform. Second is our consulting platform. Third is our brokerage platform. And fourth is our platform where Franchise India as a company also has an asset platform, I would say, where we also invest in companies. So media arm is what we started off in 1999, and that is a very strong platform. And rather, it is media that in fact binded the entire community and ecosystem together. So we run the biggest media house in the country with 120 plus exhibitions we do across the year. These are larger exhibitions that we do, including the one that recently happened in Bombay. I don't know if our friends from Bombay would have known about that show. But we also do a very large show in Delhi, which is attended by 45,000 people. And that is perhaps the largest show on franchising that is organized by Franchise India in India, attended by people from India and also overseas. But 600 companies, India International, participate in these exhibitions. So we run a very big media company with 120 exhibitions across the year. We also run a magazine, which is an entrepreneur magazine. It is a magazine where Franchise India has a joint venture with a company. It's an American magazine based out of US, and Franchise India has the rights for entire Asia for entrepreneur. And we also started, when we started a company, we also started with the publication of Franchising World. In fact, that is the oldest publication in the segment. And any investors who's looking at any opportunity in franchising has subscribed to that magazine, Franchising World. And they would also come on the website of Franchise India to explore the opportunity. So our .com, which is the website of Franchise India, has nearly 16,000 companies which are listed on the platform. And it gets about 1 million people visiting that website every month, who spend almost about 28 minutes on the website exploring the opportunities. So this ecosystem has worked, very well for us. And then we went on to create another value proposition that came in the form of a company called FranCop, which again is the world's largest franchise consulting company. This is a company which is headquartered in America, and Franchise India is their partner for India. So the last 19 odd years, FranCop, through Franchise India, we have been working with some of the big names in the industry, not only Indian brands, I would say, but globally, FranCop has worked with the names of to reckon in franchising. Names like McDonald's, Hilton, Hershey's are the names which has worked with FranCop to make them franchise ready, enter franchising at large. And our third business is brokerage, in very simple terms, where what we do is we bring the investor community who's looking at our advice to take an opportunity of buying a business. And on the other side, there's a big demand also from the companies, franchisors. So when I say franchisor, these are companies which come across all industries, right? So whether that's a service brand or a product brand, all these companies today are looking at expansion only via franchising as a route. So we work with these companies, we create their business model, we make them franchise ready, and we launch them in the market. And based on the rollout of these companies, we take an exclusive mandate from these companies to represent them. So as I speak, at any given point in time, while there might be about 18,000 companies and more which might be listed on the website of the company, you can use the platform of Franchise India to reach out to investors. But at any given point in time, Franchise India, the brokerage arm of the company, would have exclusive mandates of more than 600 companies, which I would say is a very hard work, because our teams across India work almost every day to bring one new opportunity, on the table, where we work with companies, understand the companies which are growing, and we bring them and launch them to our investor community. So as a prime mover in the ecosystem of franchising, over these years, we built a strong equity with our business buyer community who engage through all the platforms which I talked about. And before buying a business or taking a opportunity, they take advice from us in understanding and getting insights from us before they narrow down on the opportunity. So as a company, we offer a very strong proposition to companies, which is franchisors on one side and to the investors on the other side. Having said that, we also have we also work with international companies where we work with them to take them to markets across the world. The last, I would say, 24 odd years for us was largely working with companies to bring them to Indian market. But today, with our presence and also not only in India but global markets, we are working with a lot of brands to also take them to different markets across the world. But we have been, I would say, instrumental in bringing about 485 market entries in the last about 2.5 decades. So I'll talk about the opportunity on franchising and why this is something that we feel is the next big opportunity. And if you look at our current ecosystem, I'm sure you might think with the current presence we have, given the current platform we have, given the current presence that we have and the market share that we enjoy, why would there be need to bring more partners in the ecosystem, right? So I'll give you and share with you some statistics which will help you understand how big the opportunity is now. And not only now, because any opportunity that we think of our investment of time or money, we also want to understand, is that future fit or not, right? Is it going to sustain over a period of time? Is it going to be relevant in the next 5 years, 10 years or not? So let us reflect upon and understand how franchising and entrepreneurship has also evolved and grown over the years, and where is it looks like heading, right? So first and foremost, I would say when we talk about franchising, we must also understand that franchising is directly proportionate to the consumption, right? So as the consumption grows, so will franchising. And I'm sure there are no two views about how the consumption story of India is talked about. If you look at the time today, today is the best opportune time where the world is looking upon India. The next big investment opportunity for the world is India, right? If you look at the current economic fundamentals, all that is signaling the market, potential for economy like India. And franchising has a huge impact on whatever we consume every day. So everything that we consume today or whatever, we are consuming today, franchising touches all the consumption, right? So when I say touches all the consumption that we do, it cuts across every industry. And I would also say that we all have seen a lot of successful companies in F&B, retail, services. So all these companies, whether that's McDonald's, Hershey's, all these companies are companies which are synonymous with franchising. So globally, this industry is very, very big. About $4.8 trillion is the size of the global franchise industry. India is second largest franchise economy in the world after America. And we are witnessing a very strong growth. And if I have to, give you understanding of how the last 10 years have been, from 2013, say 2023, now about 10 years, this has almost been doubled, right? So today we are sitting at 150 billion USD. That's the size of the Indian franchise industry. And it is going to also increase year on year. About 25% year on year growth is something which franchising would continue to grow. A majority of this growth, like I said, is attributed to people who have come into business for the first time. 60% of people who are buying businesses, out of 100 businesses which Franchise India actually sells or brings or selects franchisees, 60% of these businesses are taken by people who are getting into the business for the very first time. And the second point which I want to make, I talked about, is the consumption story of India. It is very interesting and very big. And this is what I would say also makes our country, our economy very, very resilient. Massive consumption engine. We also see a lot of formalization of economy which has started to happen. When I say formalization of economy in terms of the consumption that we do, everything today that we are consuming is coming from an environment which is branded, right? So be it a product that we are consuming or a service that is being consumed today, every single service is coming from a branded environment, right? From maybe a gardener at home services we consume to a maid on call, to even a driver on call today, you get all these services which are coming from suppliers who are organized in nature. So what we saw maybe 20 years back, what happened to the retail industry, we saw the modernization of retail 20 years back. The same phenomena is being witnessed now in the service segment. So we are also seeing a lot of new businesses which are coming in the form of servicing, being branded and more organized, from direct to health services, which we get at home, to cleaning services. All that is becoming very, very formalized. Fourth point, which I also want to talk about, is service segment. When you look at the global economies, right? So if you look at the GDP of the global GDP, the world GDP, it is led by service sector, right? So India also, the service segment or the industry is about 52% of the GDP, and service sector is dominated by franchise businesses. And the top consumption categories also come from service-centric businesses, which also is a big signal of how franchising at large is going to become bigger and how many opportunities we're going to see. And lastly, I talked about, how big the opportunity is, because India has a legacy of entrepreneurship. Franchising and entrepreneurship has flourished. Inherently, we are a substantial entrepreneurial population. And the demand, so to say, is very, very big when we talk about micro entrepreneurship, right? So these are bottom of a pyramid businesses, which are micro businesses that we see, which are run in our neighborhood convenience. The demand for such businesses was always high, and it will always continue to be high. And so all these, signals how the business and the business of franchising is will continue to grow. One more important thing which I will also like to highlight is when we look at a job opportunity, and if that job is in cities like Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore, these are top cost for metropolitan cities, you still have an opportunity of a high paying job. But when you come down to tier 2, tier 3 cities, there is a dearth of high paying job opportunities, and somebody who wants to earn maybe 1 lakh of rupees or 2 lakh rupees, you will never get that in a tier 3 city, right? So the option left with people who don't want to move out but want to have that earning or an income every month, they look at franchising as an answer to that. So all these things actually signal, the potential of a business, and I would say industry, which is as big as the consumption today in the country. So so not only what we have done, we have not created this ecosystem and the community, but we also felt the opportunity to expand the ecosystem and also bring in partnerships in the form of independent franchise consultants. So every day there's a new opportunity, which I said is launched on our platform. So we need a little deeper reach and also connect with the community. So how can we create these meaningful and purposeful relationship is the reason we are here. So I'll request now, Sanjay, if you want to take a lead, and let us talk about what we have to offer. But before that, friends, my request would be, we like to put some questions. We want to understand where you come from, a little bit about you, what your profile is. And once we have done, maybe we'll take the next 15 minutes to take you through what the offering is.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, we will take you through a presentation later on, but we also have some questions wherein we feel that we should have it very, very interactive, that what you are coming from, what are you doing right now. So we have 4 points towards it. So it is, if you are a professional, please use P along with your city name. So we want to know if you are coming from a professional background. So write P along with your city name. And if you're a business owner, you're already into some businesses, you can use B along with your city name. City name is very important because we have very few cities which are open, because we have a large network now. And some cities we have already are the partners. We don't want to create anything there, but we want to understand which city you are from. MC, if it is management consultant. So if you're already into some consulting business, you are having some consulting practice, you are doing some consulting work. So please use MC along with your city name. And C stands for career change. If you're looking for career change right now, and you are in some business, now you want to start another business, you want to have multiple, understanding about these categories, industries, and you want to be there to for the career change kind of. So you use C for career change. So P, professional, B, business owner, MC, management consultant, and C for career change. So and this is a consulting business. So wherein we feel everybody should be there active and giving us answers, because that's very, very important for a consultant, that we should be active. We should be interactive. We want to know who is coming from which city, We will take all your answers because we feel that it is very, very important that once you are giving us some understanding, Mr. Ali Sagar and Ali Sagar Safri. I'm sorry if I can pronounce your name wrongly. So it is Mr. Safri. It is B for business owner, and he is from Thane, Mumbai. So welcome. We have also with us Mr. Abhijit. He is management consultant from Mumbai. So welcome. We have Mr. Aravind Raj. Mr. Raj is Arvind from Chennai, already working with some Citibank. Okay, financial advisor already, and absolutely yes, you are. I want to become a consultant, so thanks for your answer. Please be there. We'll take you through the understanding also, and post this webinar, we will also give you all the information about this. Further, we have a lot of questions, and we have also answers for that. So we'll give you every answer for all your questions. So please stay tuned so that we can take you through the presentation and give you understanding about, as we discuss today, when consumption is increasing, so would mean franchising is increasing. That means every company have to enter into new markets because consumer is everywhere. That's what gives the edge to franchising, because if you start franchising, then you will be reaching out to those locations, and consumer is everywhere, so that you can take the pie out of this. Otherwise, if you will not go there in that city, then somebody will go there. So we'll take you presentation also today before we have more answers in the Q&A box. So we'll take you some presentation through slides, so give you some understanding about this business. What is franchising? Franchising, we talk about, is $4.8 trillion industry. So worldwide, it is very, very famous. So in India, it is 7 decades old. But if you talk about last 3 decades or 2.5 decades, it is absolutely there, because Franchise India have created this platform for all the entrepreneurs who are there to start this journey. And also businesses can now expand to different cities. Otherwise, before that, there was no such arrangement wherein any business who is right now from Pune, having a corporate office in Pune, want to go other cities, there was no platform. That's what Franchise India have created this last 26 years. And we have reached to every city. Every city would mean that when small cities, B, T, C, and D tier cities we are talking about, we have a program we called as Business Opportunity Aapke Ghar, which we started. So it was clearly meaning that we wanted to go to your home, your city, to conduct a small show where we invite investors on one side. We are taking brands to those cities and doing the matchmaking. So later on, because this Aapke Ghar was something which was famous in North, but when we go to South, people have not started recognizing what is this. Now it is Business Opportunity Show. It's a business opportunity show which is happening in 80 cities in India, small cities. And in bigger cities, we also have a lot of shows which we do every month, wherein we invite investors and brands. And all our IFC partners are becoming part of that event, wherein they do the matchmaking. And all business will go to them, but all investments are done by Franchise India. So if we talk about, again, franchising, how it is growing, as we discussed, it is India time. Now, all the international companies are also looking for India as a market to enter. Earlier, they were not interested. Like, if you can give an example, there is an education company, which is 120-year-old company from UK, Direct English, which is a language school. They were never coming to India to expand. We were after them. It's 15 years. We were trying to get them in India, but they never said yes to India. Now it's been 7-8 months. We have got them in India. We have now some partners already onboarded for Direct English, and now further expanding. And Franchise India is proudly saying that we have also invested in some brands which we feel are credible and also are good to go to market and fit for Indian markets. So in F&B, we have invested in some brands and other categories also. So this UK brand, which I said, it's a India time. That's why they have considered India to market as of now. Likewise, businesses from UAE, businesses from Italy, from UK, from other countries, Brazil and other South Africa, they are coming to India now. And India is also ready for this. Now, India, as I said, is ready. Now, Franchise India also getting ready, because we want to be absolutely there in each city, because there are C-tier, D-tier cities. We don't want to miss that, because every investor in these cities should get a local hand holding, a local expert, a local consultant who can absolutely be there, work with them hand in hand. That's why franchising is expanding in such cities through this channel, which is independent franchise consultant. We feel there is a huge and humongous opportunity lies in those cities wherein we are talking about now to enter. So we have, if we talk about only Maharashtra, we are talking about Nasik, we are talking about Nagpur, we are talking about other cities, Sholapur, we are talking about Amravati. So we have partners in such cities as well. Now, since business is growing, we also want second partner in such cities. And if we talk about metro cities, we have already 10, 12 partners, but now again, business is happening there. There is absolutely no overlap because Franchise India have got that such arrangement wherein for every IFC partner, there's a huge and huge and huge opportunities. A lot of new businesses coming, which are domestic in nature, they are coming to expand. They are coming to franchising because there is a growth what they are seeing, and there is an expansion plans every company do have because they also have to do fundraising from the market. So fundraising is the Franchise India platform. It is easiest way to fundraise through franchising. Rather at startup level, if you are any investor to invest in your company, which is little difficult because at startup level, it is very, very important that you create some asset value first, then some investor will come and invest. So franchising becomes a viable model. So in that regard, as we discussed that we have FranCorp on board. FranCorp is world's largest, like 46-year-old multinational franchise advisory company. In India, last 18 years, Franchise India has proudly saying that we have invested in this company. So in India, Franchise India own FranCorp is where if you see McDonald's and other big companies, FranCorp have created their business model. So what we do, we get ready these startup companies. We make their franchise ready. We make them ready for the expansions because otherwise, if you don't have any business model, you cannot go to expand in this franchise route. So FranCorp creates all this. So it's a team of highly professional team, which is they are making every business ready for franchise. Like if there are some legacy brands which are 70, 80, 100-year old, but never in franchise. They start franchise because new generation which is coming in, they want to expand. They want to go to new cities. They want to have further growth in business. And that's why franchising becomes a viable model for them. So if we talk about the categories, now there are a lot of new categories which are coming into franchising. If we see healthcare, healthcare is a very, very big category. In this healthcare, there are subdivisions, divisions further, and these are also coming into franchise. Earlier, if we talk about diagnostic, there was one name which everybody knows, Dr. Lal Pathlab. So Franchise India is proud to say that we have worked with Dr. Lal Pathlab 25 years back, starting from day one. But now we have a lot of new companies who are also coming into this diagnostic field, and they want to open labs, they want to open collection centers. And then there are further healthcare opportunities which are coming, new categories they are coming, and franchising becomes absolutely viable model for them to enter into different cities. Even today, if you'll see there are diabetic patients now going on a very, very rapid speed. Now, how you can cure this diabetes? So there are diabetic centers also which are open, and opportunity in every city to open a diabetic center, and they have complete solution for this, and they want to go to every city. So we have such companies also who are offering this lucrative offer, which can be some 8 to 10 or 15 lakh rupees, but there are other opportunities which are little bigger, little high ticket values. If you have to open a hostel, it's very important that you have bigger investments, and then you need to have a right business model in place to open a new hospital. So there are different models also attached to it. Like if you offer a hostel franchise, so nobody, maybe if he is not having the same experience, not from the same background, you will not be able to open. So that's how they offer a FOCO model, wherein the opportunity is that someone can invest, but company will operate. So company is giving full support in terms of operations. So they keep all this management, all this operation services within the company only because they are expert in this business. They don't give this to a investor because they have no capability of to run that business. If you see hotel chains, these are not looking forward for investors to operate that. They operate, they manage, but there is a partner what they require. If we talk about a brand which is Tata Croma is again 5 to 6 CR opportunity, but it is very tough for a common person to run that business because they are very, very conscious about the quality. They are conscious about the property. They are conscious about which location we are going, which city we are going in. And we are proudly saying that we are also working with Tata Chroma to open new stores also. And their existing stores also, we are looking forward for getting a new investor on board. So they want fundraising, so it is happening through franchise. So such companies are also there who are very big in nature, very premium in nature, but they're also offering partners. So investors, right from maybe 5-6 lakh rupees up to 500 crore rupees, there's a lot of opportunities which Franchise India have on board. And there are a lot of categories, which is, we are talking about pet care clinics, there are automobile companies who are now coming into franchise, there are business services categories, there are direct to home consumer, direct to consumer services, which are absolutely there for franchise. For kids, there are a lot of opportunities which has been created. Yoga is also something which is being taught at the early age. So there are companies also for that. If you talk about now maintenance services, if you talk about quick services, quick restaurants, quick service restaurants or cafes, if we talk about F&B sector, there are again a lot of companies, a lot of categories which are available there. So franchising sector wise is absolutely growing. That's why Franchise India is also giving a lot of industry insights to all our investors before investing. Because if we provide them a consultant, an advisor, and then giving them a complete understanding about that category and industry before investing, because we are investor centric company, we take care of all this because we give you complete full information about that category, how they are performing, how they have been doing this business till now, and if they are new, why they are coming into franchise, and if there is a legacy brand, how to choose a legacy brand, how to choose a enterprise company, how to choose an international company, how to choose a domestic company which is absolutely from your local and giving the good services. So that's why you as an investor need an handhold, and Franchise India is absolutely dedicated for this service. Now what we offer? We offer tablet. Tablet would mean T stands for technology. We give you technology support. So we are creating a CRM for each member who is joining us as an IFC partner. So we create your CRM and we will give you access to CRM. So all database which we are offering is coming to your CRM. Plus, we are also creating a Franchise India domain email address. So this will be Franchise India domain email address, which you will use for all your communication with all your investors, brands. So it will help to understand that you are from Franchise India because you are now joining Franchise India. So you become brand in your city. So we have a lot of opportunities wherein we create in terms of training, how to become a brand. So we create you as a brand in your city when you represent Franchise India. So we have offices also. Suppose there was somebody who was writing Mumbai. So we have office in Mumbai. So it's a complete access which we are giving to all our partners that you use our office, use the boardrooms, arrange your meetings in our office. So our team is also supporting you, helping you for converting into the business. B stands for brand. So we have around 1100 brands right now. They have given us mandate because it's an exclusive partnership with these brands that we will only open your franchise network. We'll create a network for you in different cities. That's why we give you all the brands. So these brand list is always ready. But when you come for the training, we also help you to build your brand portfolio, because we also have to understand how you can drive that brand in your city, how you can have physical meetings with those brands, and then getting the investor to have a meeting. So we have complete understanding on that. So just completely a model which is the process in this, which we will give it to you and make you understand. But complete brand list is also available. You can sell any brand. Sometimes there are some investors who are coming to us asking for a different brand which may not be on board, but Franchise India is getting that opportunity also for our investors. So we have a process and a methodology which we have created, and we work accordingly with all our investors also and brands as well. As per the leads are concerned, so we have minimum 50 guaranteed leads for every partner every month. But as we said, these are our investor database which we are giving, because you have to work with investors who are looking forward for support and handholding from us. So this investor data will be given. Plus, we will also create your brand portfolio. So these brands will run a campaign and give you the leads also for those particular brands which is there in your customer. So suppose every month you want to focus on 3 brands, will give you leads for which are absolutely for that particular brand, wherein you can discuss, and then we will bring in the brand representative also and have a meeting done, and then we close. Because we are into transaction business, we do deals. So we have to do deals. So we have a lot of database coming in, not only from the which is the social media or which are we digitally we generate. Then we have events also. As we said that we are an event company, so we are inviting our brands, our investors to be there in that event. It's around 20-25 events every month we do. But the access to our IFC partner absolutely free. So you can come. It's only, as I said, involvement. So when you give your time, so these events are open for you. You can have the event participation in your city. Plus, you can go across cities also in other cities. You can have your participation in those cities also. So as far event is concerned, it's all investment by Franchise India. We have a 5-star hotel wherein we book a banquet hall, we invite brands, we invite investors. But the best part is we do not allow anyone to visit our show free, because we don't want your efforts, your time, and the brands who are traveling to those cities have just a walk-in. So we create that seriousness. So all our investors are paid investors who are coming to this event and having a meeting with brands, because they pay. That's how we create that seriousness. So they have paid it and they are very, very serious. They are looking forward for some business to start. It might be different investments, but absolutely there to invest and looking forward for partners. So then further, Franchise India team is taking them further and helping them to guide them and then finalizing a deal for them. T stands for training. So what we have, 3 days extensive training program in our corporate office. And there we are inviting these IFC partners every month. This is, we are completely processed for that. As I said, there's a complete system wherein we have 3 days extensive training. Your stay is on us, and also your pick and drop and all facilities are there from our side. And this will be a training program which is organized by Franchise India, but our chairman sir would be always there in this training program. It's an exclusive training program which we have. Our chairman sir, he is just every month he is traveling around 25 days, but he will make sure that he is coming on these 2 days to attend this training himself. That's why we said this is a very, very important training program in our corporate office, wherein we give you complete understanding about the business, about the methodology. And he feels that if anyone is absolutely following that process and methodology, will get never failed. Franchise India is successful in 26 years. We don't want anyone to get failed, because we want everyone to be successful. That's why he himself is involved to give you complete understanding about this business. And the training program is being arranged in such a way. Now, we will talk about what is the proposed structure for our IFC partners today. Now, this proposed IFC structure would mean if anyone joins us, and there is always an entry point. So you join us as an independent franchise consultant, would mean that you take our brand. We will give you a license to use our brands, and also how to do this business, because franchising is 2 things. One, transfer the brand name. Second, transfer the know-how of the business. We give you both. Once we're transferring our brand to you, you become Franchise India. We also give you understanding about this business, how to do this. And you become our IFC member at the entry point. There is no point that wherein we can offer anyone a bigger opportunity to become pro or master. No, it is entry level wherein we invite our partners to join us. And then there is a growth ladder. There is a growth ladder because every partner is unique. Someone is full-time giving maximum time to this business will grow faster. If you have aspiration to grow faster, if you have aspiration to earn better and bigger, you can set your benchmark. So we have 15 lakh rupees revenue target. It can be achieved in a month, 2 months, 3 months, based on your involvement. And if you achieve 15 lakh rupees revenue total or 15 deals, whichever is coming earlier, I'm talking about in 1 year, you become our IFC elite. When you become IFC elite member, would mean that this is a second growth step for you. So it is very, very easy because our partners right now also are getting this in 1 month also, in the first month or maybe second month, they achieve this stage. Because once you achieve 15 lakh rupees revenue, you become IFC elite. But how it is going to change your structure, how you become is important for you to go for LFC Elite membership, and then what you're getting on this. That is what my next slide is talking about. But when you achieve 50 lakh rupees revenue, 50 lakh rupees revenue can be achieved in 6 months, 5 months, 4 months, or maybe 1 year, or sometimes if you are not involved, then it may take, a little more time. If you achieve 30 deals, deals would mean Franchise India is into transaction business, advisory business. So we work with two communities. One side, we are working with investors. One side, we are working with brands. So when we match make, and when any investor is signing any brand and giving a token amount, we call it a deal. Since we are into deal structuring and matchmaking, we talk about 30 deals. And if 50 lakh rupees revenue is coming earlier, or 30 deals is coming earlier, so you become our IFC Pro member. Then master when you hit 1 crore rupees revenue. So what all you get at different stages is second slide. Now that would be giving the earning potential. That is payout structure. How is it is at base level? You have a 40% sharing. Franchise India is having 60% sharing. So 40% sharing on what? There are three products which we have written: IA, IS, BS. These are three revenue products. As I said, we are working with investors on one side. So wherever you see I, represents investor, where you represent B is representing our brands. So B represents brands, I represents investors. So when we work with investors, it becomes IA because we are taking investor on board, we are taking brands on board, and then we start working. Only one thing which is very, very important in our business, that we as an advisory company and advisors, we don't work free for anybody. We don't work free because we are putting our efforts. As a consultant, our efforts is going to be paid. So we are taking some registration fees from the investor to help him to get a right opportunity for him, because sometimes it takes months, sometimes it takes 2 months, sometimes it takes 6 months also. But we have to consistently work with these investors to find out an investor, a brand. And that's why it should be completely there with you, an assurance that he will buy franchisee through you. Is going to stay with you for next 3 months, 4 months, till the time your deal is not been done. That's why we register that investor. So that registration part is talking about acquisition part. So investor acquisition, IA, stands for investor registration fees, because we take some registration fees from the brand and some registration fees from the investor. So brand, when we take on board, that becomes your BD product. That is brand onboarding, because we work with brands and take them on board. We work with investors and take them also on board. Now, when we talk about investors to taking on board, that becomes IA product, which is as low as 25,000 rupees one time. And when we start servicing that investor, when we start finding an opportunity for investor, would mean it takes some time, but then we do a lot of joint meetings. We show him this opportunity, that opportunity, as per the requirement. Because we are consultants, we will understand what is the requirement, and accordingly we start a fitment. And when we service, we get this deal done. So investor has to pay us a servicing fees also. Now this investor registration fees, investor servicing fees would all depend on the investments. So suppose we have a first bracket, which is up to 20 lakh rupees. Any investor looking for an opportunity below 20 lakh rupees, Franchise India takes 75,000 rupees in total. That becomes our fee as an advisory company, which we have further divided into two parts. We 25,000 as an investor acquisition fees, and then 50,000 rupees at the time of deal is closed. So that's the investor servicing fees. This is the lowest. As per investment goes up, our fees also goes up, because then we also have to show him some premium brands. If he is looking for 5 CR, you cannot have 75,000 out of that. So the investment goes up, our fees is going up. So base is 25 and 50, that becomes 75,000 rupees. So in this 25,000 rupees which we onboard, you get 40%. When we take 50,000, you take 40% out of that. And then again, when you sign a deal, so brand will also pay a success fees to Franchise India for selling a franchise for that brand. And this brand servicing fees can be 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 5 lakh, 10 lakh, or it can be even more. In some cases, we have 30 to 40 lakhs also, wherein we sign a deal. It may take some time, but then we get a success fee. So this success fees, which we take from the brand side, is all mentioned in the agreement when we brand on board. So when we do the brand onboarding, we have a complete understanding that for selling you franchisee for your brand, we will take this much of success fees that is written in the agreement, and that will be across, which is available. Suppose if there is a brand A and there is somebody who is in Chennai selling a franchise, will get the success fees, and somebody in Pune selling the same franchisee for the same brand will also get for his deal, and he or she can get the success fee. So the success fees is coming to someone who is creating that deal structuring, who is making that deal happen. So the success fees will go. So suppose if you are involved, your investor is registered, and then it is sure shot deal for you and sure shot investor servicing fees for you. So you get three products, revenue products. If you have investor registered with you, first is the investor registration fees. You get 40%. Then success fees will come from the investor. That's the servicing fees, and accordingly, you will also get a brand success fees after selling the franchise, and you also get 40% on that. So maybe if I can give you an example, so you'll be better understanding. So let's assume that every partner, partner A is doing 10 investors on board in 1 month, particular month. How it is going to shape up for you? So you will get 10 into 25,000 rupees. That becomes 2.5 lakh. 2.5 lakh rupees coming to Franchise India. Your share becomes 40%, which is 1 lakh rupees goes straight away to you. When you start servicing the brand, you get, suppose 50,000 rupees, which is the lowest. 50,000 from one investor. You have done 10 registrations, so all 10 will pay you the success fees or servicing fees. It becomes 10 into 50,000, which is 5 lakh. Again, you get 40%. So 5 lakh comes to Franchise India, your share becomes 40%. Means it is 2 lakh rupees goes to you. And if you are converging now into deals, and the moment deal will happen, success fees will start coming. But you know, these are all 10 registered investors. These will for sure happen. Not today, but tomorrow. Not tomorrow, day after. In a month or 2 months. But it is sure shot, this deal will for sure happen. And this investor registrations, you do every month. So you repeat the same cycle. And every time you have investor registered with you. Now, from brand servicing fees, if we talk about lowest as an average, let's assume that you get 2 lakh rupees for each brand to sell their franchise. All these 10 investors who are registered will get 10 franchisee. It may be same brand, it can be different brands, but if we assume it's 2 lakh rupees, so all 10 will pay you 2 lakh minimum, which is an average, it becomes 20 lakh. You again get 40% of this 20 lakh rupees, which is 8 lakh. So would mean if you have 10 registrations with you and investors, a sure shot deals will happen, sure shot success fees will come from the investor. It is 8 to 1, around 11 lakh rupees, sure shot for your revenue. And fourth product is business development. As I said, if it is BD, brand development, business development, brand on board, we work with different brands, we launch different brands every day. And you can also equally contribute in this by just giving us a reference, and we will help you to take that brand on board. So brand onboarding also, we have some process and a methodology which we follow. 7.5 lakh plus GST is the lowest, which we charge from the brand to come on board. Then we develop their structure, their processes, their documentation, and get ready for marketing to have franchisees for them. Then we go to the all markets to launch and bring the franchise on board. So this is next 1 year or 14 months, we have a contract. So then all services done by Franchise India. Second stage is wherein we have 15 lakh rupees revenue, brand onboarding fees. And also we have 40 lakh and then 75 lakh rupees. 4 formats, but fixed for all over India. It's absolutely transparent. So if you get, suppose 1 brand on board or 2 brand onboarding, and this is just a reference from your side, we help you. We have 20% straight away. 20% is your payout on the onboarding fees. So if you get 7.5 lakh rupees and get 2 brands on board every month, and it's up to you. We can have multiple calls, multiple meetings, and it's open for you. You can do 10 brand onboarding every month, it's up to you. As you are involved, and references is not difficult today. You can search, you can get reference. You are in city, you are moving to market, you're going here and there, you will see a lot of brands offering franchise, or you can see new outlets opening. You can immediately touch base, ask if you are franchise, which is the parent company. You can see a lot of cafes, outlets in different categories opening. Laundry business, you will see new laundry shop open. You can check where is this from. So if they are looking for franchise and you will get that reference, we help you to get on board. Suppose you do two, that comes minimum is 15 lakh. You get 20% of 15 lakh, which is 3 lakh rupees, absolutely direct to you without any efforts, without any doing any work. Then later on, once we get that ready for franchise, when we get that ready to launch, when we launch, you can also sell the franchisee for the same brand because you have onboarded, you have understanding, you know them, you know the brand, you have a relationship. You start selling franchise for them, then it becomes your BS amount. If you sell one franchise, you will get again 40% for the same brand from the selling the franchise. So brand has a understanding with us because they have to pay us the success fees for each closure. So you get 40% also for selling the franchise for the same brand. And here you will see once you grow, you become elite. Here it becomes 50%. Here it becomes 60 pro. And you go and master, you become 70% shareholder. But in this case, it will remain same because efforts are same. It is just a reference from your side. So we have put 20% in each case. But at the same time, leads will go up. Base leads also go up. And then CRM IDs would mean that first we'll give you one CRM ID, then you have 2, 3, plus 3, plus 4. That would mean more partners, more team members, more family members can join you, and they can also become equally to contribute in your business. So you can make a team, you can start a firm, and then you can open an office. You have bigger business to do. But at base level, you don't need an office. You're absolutely there to use our office. You don't need anywhere in the team. We are supporting, our team is supporting you to create that. So you are absolutely independent, not having any office, no expenses, nothing. But again, same, is everybody there to become my partner? Answer is no. We are not looking forward for some who are just taking it for a day or maybe some 1 hour a day or something. Is it part-time? Absolutely no. We need minimum 100 hours from each partner to involve in this business initially. 100 hours would mean that there's in a month. But we have 3 days in the morning meeting. We have Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. 8 o'clock is the morning meeting, which is at Zoom. All our IFC partners are coming together. We do sharing. We have a lot of things which we peer-to-peer learning, which we share. And we also invite brands to get a lot of introduction with our partners and then run the presentations and understand the business. And then our partner decide to drive that brand and make the franchise for that. So that all is happening. Brand trainings are happening, brand launches are happening, and we create your portfolio accordingly. So then you become our partner, and how you become our licensee partner is one-time investment, which is 4.5 lakh rupees plus GST, which is actually now already changed. We have revised, but for webinar, we have specially this because till this year end, up till 31st of December, we are going to have same 4.5, which is very old structure. We are not changing it. Next is 6 lakh plus GST, but more than anything else, which we need is your profile. Who is actually fit in this? If we are selecting you, you are selecting us, then only this partnership will be worth. It will be purposeful. There will be growth for both of us. So it is 4.5 lakh rupees is license fees, which is franchising the brand fee. And we have 3 years of agreement. And this agreement, we are doing all the investments for you and all the marketing, lead generation, everything, all events is there from our side. There is no investment from your side, absolutely no, apart from this one-time investment. In the interest of time, so we have to cut short, and we would like to thank each and everyone who have joined us today. And a lot of people have sent us answers. They are from different cities, which we are thankful to them. They are from Chennai. He's a business owner, Mr. Santosh. Pondicherry is looking for career change, Mr. Arul Tej. Mr. Rinthu is looking for a career change. Okay. Mr. Ved is from Chennai. So we welcome you all and thank you all for joining in today so that we will look forward for having a one-on-one meeting with you and we'll give you complete understanding about this model and further questions. And then we also have one introduction call with our chairman, sir. That will be a 10-minute introduction on maybe on Zoom or physical meeting is also possible because he is traveling all cities. And then we will take this up. Still then, thank you so much. And please wait for our call. Our team will get in touch and will understand from your side what is that your requirement and we will create that fitment. So that's what Franchise India is, a matchmaking company. We will absolutely create a match for yourself and which is purposeful and profitable for both of us. Thank you so much and thanks for from our team